The Mahdi, if you're saying he's in this realm, but is he behind the curtain of ghaib or is he in front of the curtain of ghaib? Remember, barzakh is not the only curtain of ghaib. So, if let's say I'm in America and you're in Australia, there are geographical barriers that separate me from you. Now, these geographical barriers are not as impenetrable and as powerful as the ghaibi curtain that separates us from the realm of barzakh, the post-barzakh world. However, you need technology. So if you want to speak to someone from America and you are in Australia, you need technology. You need some software, you need some apps, you need some natural mechanism. You cannot just speak and they will hear you automatically. In the time of the Imams, when the Imams were alive, you read their whole seerah, you will see there was no such facility. If a person was in Medina and he wanted to contact Imam Ali alayhi salam in Kufa, you cannot show me a single authentic narration which says that he would just go on his musalla and say, Ya Abul Hasan, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, there's this problem that has come up, I want to inform you of this. If such a facility existed, Muslim ibn Aqil would have been the first to avail it. He was in a really desperate situation. He wanted to send a message to Imam al-Hussein not to come to Kufa, but he's having difficulty finding someone reliable. So you see him in a state of great distress because of not being able to pass on this crucial, critical message to Imam al-Hussein. If this facility existed, surely now would be the time that would call for its utilization. He should have turned to Imam al-Hussein and said, Ya Aba Abdullah, you obviously with the power of Allah can hear everyone and everything, and you know of everything, you have ghaib. So I'm just submitting my report to you, and I'm telling you this place is no longer worthy of your presence, so go back to Medina. But he doesn't do any of that. And the whole seerah of the Imams stops making sense if you come up with these weird, fantastic, exaggerated claims that the Ghuluww later invented about how the Imams can basically see everything and hear everything, and they have knowledge of the unseen and they can access whatever they want. All of these fantastic, exaggerated claims, they don't just add up with the Sunnah and seerah, as we will show you. And so the question of whether you can invoke Imam al-Mahdi, well, if you have technology, if you're able to discover an app, for example, or some kind of software or some kind of device that can put you in physical communication, the way you, let's say you discover his phone number, for example, if he has a phone number, or let's say his email address or something of that sort, and then you send him a message requesting him to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that would not be shirk. Someone may say that, there is no this act in itself has no basis for it, like the Imams actually what they said, or rather, what is the meaning of ghaiba kubra? Ghaiba kubra is differentiated from ghaiba sughra by what? By absolute no communication. So in ghaiba sughra, what the difference between kubra and sughra is what? That in sughra you can communicate with the Imam through his nuwab. That's the idea that is being promoted. But in kubra, absolutely no communication until the zuhur. So now what the problem is that some people try to invoke the facility of sughra, they want to extend it to kubra now. So for example, the right letter to, on the formula, it has the name of Hussein ibn Rawh al-Nubakhti on it, right? So you are telling Hussein ibn Rawh has left this world. He has, and he's not even a shaheed that you can say he's physically alive or anything of that sort. So the whole thing becomes then an issue of, okay, if you're addressing Hussein ibn Rawh cannot hear you, you cannot contact him, he's on the other side of the barzakh. So he cannot transmit any messages. He cannot transmit messages from there to the Imam. So how can he transmit your message to the Imam, right? That's one thing. The other thing is if you're going to address the Imam directly, then if you have some technology through which you can contact him directly, like his phone number, his email address, or any equivalent of that, then it is not shirk. That one, that we can say would not be shirk. So that would be just like people in the time of Rasulullah sending letters to Rasulullah or sending letters to Imam saying, "Hey, Imam, pray for me, answer this question of mine, give me some guidance on this issue." All of this is halal, it's perfectly legal and permissible. But the problem with Imam al-Mahdi is that even though the claim is that he's in this realm, is he in the ghaib? Can you see him, or is he physically available to you? No, he's not. And the claim is that he will not be available until the zuhur. So until the zuhur, no contact can be made, and you have narrations saying that anyone who claims contact with the Mahdi during the kubra, the ghaibat kubra, is a liar. So that also has to be kept in mind. Ayatollah Sayyid Kamal al-Haidari has a whole lecture series in which he presents those narrations. The Imam actually comes in contact with people. Sometimes they say he helps out people during Hajj or other things, but the people don't recognize it. But maybe when he will reappear, they will then recognize and say, "Oh, this person we used to know, or we had seen him once." Well, these are claims you can only verify post zuhur. So if post zuhur this happens, people come and they say, "You know what? I'd actually seen Imam pre zuhur," and then the Imam confirms and says, "Yeah, I actually helped you." Then yeah, no problem. But until the zuhur, these claims are going to remain unverified claims that we cannot base anything on.